Hi everyone, welcome to DIY Ideas. Today I will do a slime video with you and we will do a 24-hour slime video. So we will make our DIY slime out of white paper glue, some contact lens liquid and baking soda. I'll add some stuff as decoration and then I'll watch what happens for the next 24 hours. And we will see if it dries or if it changes in any way. I will keep one half in the Ziploc and one that's just gonna be out there. So anyway, let's get to preparing our ingredients and making our slime. Stay tuned. We will use white paper glue today. There we go. Contact lens liquid and baking soda. And mix. After a while, we are almost done. This is still just a bit sticky, but we are now ready to add our decorative stuff. Blue and pink is the only thing we are missing. Oops, well, not the lid, of course. I gotta wash this, but before that, let's work it a bit. So we are doing it without spoons, so let's play with it for just a little bit. And here is our mega slime with a neat pink shade and some blue stars inside. The consistency and texture is great, so let's now divide in two halves. Okay, and now the one half I will put in a Ziploc baggie and the other half I will just leave on a plate to see the difference after a couple of hours. Okay, so try to have as few air bubbles as possible, and now that we have this and the other half is already on our plate, let's leave them for a while and yeah, we'll come back after a couple of hours and see what happens. 2 hours later, you see how we got some bubbles forming here, but the interesting thing is that the Ziploc half is also showing some, so they kind of peek out of the slime. But this is now even on the table, so it's also become pretty flat, but you see the bubbles in both halves, so we can even pop a couple. Very cool. So this is the current phase. Let's leave both halves a bit longer and simply see what changes after another couple of hours. So 16 hours later, we have a pretty solid slime. So you see, it's almost like a pancake. So here on the bottom, it's still slimy, as slime usually is, but the top part that was out in the open air is hard. You can even see how it took the shape of our plate, but the bottom side is still behaving like slime. The other side is pretty solid, like a rubber, I would say, like dried glue. And yeah, the funny thing is the bottom side is still kind of manageable, so you can kind of imprint your hand in it if you want, like this. So, which is pretty cool. You could even do it on purpose to get a really cool result. Anyway, let's leave the plate half for the full 24 hours, but let's do just a quick update on the Ziploc slime. So it still has its form and its slimy texture. We see some bubbles and the blue stars. So yeah, also what I forgot to mention is that here we can definitely see the stars clearly. So these kind of changed color to something between blue and purple. But here inside we see just 2 stars on top, so just a couple, and here the rest are on the bottom. And you see how they also gained a bit of the purple. So this slime is a lot softer, of course. I'll open it up to check it a bit, but yeah, it's still behaving as slime. So let's close it up, and then we can move on to waiting another couple of hours until we have 24 total. So let's wait a couple more hours and then we will check again. So, full 24 hours later, the plate half is now really solid and really hard. So the bubbles are still here, but this time they are really inside of it and I cannot really pop them like I could before. Here the back side, and you see we still have a bit softer side here. The plate protected it from air. It's a bit slimy and sticky, but not too much. And the front side is completely solid and holds its shape. Really cool combination. You could theoretically let the other side dry and maybe you could get a cool new frisbee or something like that. But anyway, apart from that, you can't really use it as slime anymore since it's really hardened and solidified. Let's get the other half, the other slime from our Ziploc baggie and slimy. So this is a good way to prove that you still need to pack your slimes nicely if you want to reuse them a couple of more times after you make them. And you see here how all of our stars sank to the bottom. So on the top there's not really much going on, but compared to our aired solidified half, the stars stayed on top here. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think, if you've tried it out, what it was like in your case. If you enjoyed the video and would like to see more, feel free to shoot us a thumbs up, subscribe as well, and share with your friends. And I'll see you in our next video. Until then, have a wonderful day. Bye!